And I hate to tell you guys, this is not, because people are like, well, how do you stay in your fat burning zone? That doesn't exist. I know it's a marketing thing. It's a marketing ploy. I've even been guilty of using it over the years. But in terms of actual fat burning zone, if you're moving, you're burning fat. It's the type of fat that you're burning. You want to burn, and that's why the interval train is so important, because it takes you through your fat burning levels of going through with protein, fat from protein, and fat from carbs. So awesome, because it takes you through all that different stuff. So those are the main points, the unique aspects of Core de Force. You guys saw the sneak peek. That is only one workout of 10 total that come in the base kit. It's a 30-day program, and you will be going through a whole gambit of a whole bunch of stuff. I can't remember how to say the word at this point. Been talking for a long time today. Gambit. I think it's Gambit. Now it's bugging me. My father's English teacher is going to be so disappointed in me right now. So we take you through a whole plethora, there we go, of the fitness of the MMA style world. And thank you, Gambit. So that means you will be doing strength training. You will be doing body weight training, resistance training. There's no equipment. We just use your body weight against you. So you're going to be doing some really fun moves that we do in the mixed martial art world. So you're not going to lose any muscle. You're going to get stronger than you ever thought you could by just using your body weight. It's been really fun to watch people. They're like, well, I couldn't even do a push-up. And now they're like just killing. Because we don't do regular push-ups in Core de Force. We do some really interesting things. So you guys will hopefully love it. Maybe you might hate me a little bit in Jericho, but you're going to love what it does for you. So those are like the main overarching components of the program. Nutrition. Forgot about nutrition. I can't forget about nutrition. Let me talk about that for a second. So Core de Force has an eating plan. Not a diet plan, an eating plan. Because we were really wanting to make, again, when we designed this program, Jericho and I, we wanted to make sure that we didn't want someone to do this program and be like, hey, I did this program for 30 days. I am very happy with my results. And then they go back to doing their crappy lifestyle of eating fast food cheeseburgers and stuff like that. We wanted to make this as sustainable as possible and effective, right, to where people create good habits. And so the eating plan is really teaching people what clean calories look like. And because it's a higher intensity program, you guys actually get to eat food, like not kale, but like food that fuels your body, because that's like your body. If you think of it as a car, you got to put gas in it. Otherwise, especially because we're going to make you do higher intensity moves, not going to starve you. What are you going to get out of that? So you get real food, and you get a lot of it, because clean calories, if you guys have done this stuff before, you should know that 2,000 clean calories, that's a lot of food. It really, really is. So we break it down. We keep it super simple. We keep it easy for people to understand. The eating plan is based on the portion fix system, not the containers. The containers don't come with it because, again, no equipment, no nothing. We just want this easy for people to get started. But it does teach people in terms of the portion control and the calories, or it's not the calories, the color, excuse me. So, the only one I can remember is yellow, because that's carbs. I like that one. But yeah, so it's very, very simple. And with that, as I was reading through all these questions, there was a point I really wanted to make so everyone could understand this. As you guys are, I'm guessing everybody's a coach on here for the most part. You guys need to remember one thing. This program, as most programs that are made out there through Beachbody, you got to remember, specifically this one, we did not make Core de Force for you guys. We did not make Core de Force for people who are already exercising. We designed Core de Force for people who need to start moving. People, the 260 million people that are over the 260 million people that are sitting on the couch at home in the United States, and all the other billions and millions of people that are out in the world that are unhealthy. That's why this program is simple. And it's no equipment. It's I use the acronym, keep it simple, stupid, KISS. KISS, KISS, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what it's about. We want to simply say, as opposed to throwing hey, you got to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to do this. That's what happens when you go, and look, I worked in the gym industry for years, and that's what happens when people join a gym. They go, okay, here's your gym membership. Here's 100,000 square foot of equipment. Good luck. And people don't know what the hell they're going to do. So then they end up trying a couple of things and they quit because they didn't have any programming and guidance. Core de Force is a 30-day program that they can follow. It's easy, it's simple, and it's effective. So that's why I tell you guys, and I want to make sure you understand this. And like, look, I hope everyone does this program, because as a coach, you should do this program in its entirety so you can have the relatability and talk to people about it. And, what do you have to lose? Inches. That's nice. But you gotta keep it really, really simple. So, obviously I'm going to go through and answer all these questions, Chelsea, but I want you guys to understand is when you're asking questions about this program and like, well, how do you do this? Well, can I do this? Well, can I modify this? It's a lot of eyes as opposed to who are we talking to? We're talking to people who just need to start moving. So in terms of, I think it was really like in terms of like the differences of the program, like, okay, look, you guys know Les Mills Combat because you've been coaches for a while. So you know what's out there. The 260 million people in America, they don't, and they don't care, right? So like, what is it about this program that, as opposed to saying, hey, it's like this other one, but not really, because it's not, let's talk about what it's going to do for them, right? So I hope that all makes sense to everybody. I don't want anybody to take that like, oh, he was mean and yelled at us. But I really wanted to make sure you guys get that, because that's where my passion comes from. And that's why like I sit and work in Beachbody and chose to come from Beachbody or from working in the Gold's Gym world. I was a marketing director and I was having a great time. I had my career. I was happy. But I love what Beachbody does, and we can reach so many more people with doing this. You just got to do it the right way, as in not simply saying the same thing that everyone else is saying. So, okay, I'm stepping off my soapbox now, and now I'll answer your question. So, there we go. Okay. So I already answered the first question. Nutrition plan, I think I talked enough about that. If there's more questions about nutrition, then fire them off in the chat box. My story. Oh my goodness, you want to know my story? How did I get into fitness training? And I hope you all have a glass of wine while we go over this one, because it's going to take a while. No, I'll keep it very, very short. My first job in the fitness industry, I was 19 years old, working the front desk of a small gym in West Texas, and I just needed a job at that point. I was like, I'd been managing a nightclub, and because in Texas you can bartend at 18, so that was cool. And was just looking for a different job. I was managing a nightclub at night and framing houses during the day, and drinking and had a cigarette in my mouth the entire time. So and then then I was like, okay, this front desk job was available. So I got into it. And basically from there, long story short, over the years, I realized what a positive atmosphere the health and fitness industry was. And specifically gyms at the time when I worked in the gyms, because it was like, nobody ever walked through, like nobody, as I always told people when I trained new employees, I was like, you guys, nobody accidentally walks into a gym. Be like, oh, I thought this was a Walmart. Like everyone that walks into a gym is trying to get better in some way. Nobody starts exercising trying to get worse. Like no one does that, right? So there's such a positive vibe that I really love about the fitness world, the health and fitness world. And I've worked in gyms, I've managed clubs and regions, and I've worked with the Department of Health up in Washington State for 4 years, which was really depressing because they're really unhealthy up there. It was a bummer. But and then working in the gyms, and then with Beachbody, it was always like, for me, I was always looking for more in terms of how do I reach more people? How do we reach more people? Personal training. I was a personal trainer. That's a one-on-one. That's not enough people. Group exercise, 30, 40, 50 people. Okay, great. I'm on the right track. In the gyms, you're specifically geographically stuck in certain areas. So then Beachbody comes around, we teamed up with, I was with Les Mills, and we did Les Mills Pump. And then over the years we started having more conversations with Beachbody. And so that's like when this opportunity presented itself, it was like, hell yeah. Because now we're in over 140 countries in Beachbody on demand. Like it's like now we're getting somewhere. Now we're reaching more people. So that's what keeps me going in this. And, people are like, so what was about that? I'm like, you kidding me? This is my job. Like, I know what a job is. I've sat in a cubicle for years when I worked at Department of Health. Like I know what a real job. This is not a real job. This is fun. This is really fun. So I hope everyone else can have as much fun as I do. So there you go. That's a very, very, very short version of it. Let's see. In terms of workouts for pregnancy and this goes hand in hand with pregnancy and any injuries or anything like that. First and foremost, you got to get clearance from your doctor, and make sure that, and somebody asked me a while back there, like on one of the calls, they're like, well, hey, I have a hip issue. Can I do this program? And my answer was like, well, what's wrong with your hip? Like, go figure out what the hell's wrong with you before you start doing something. So if you have issues, go get them fixed, or go get them figured out, like what's wrong with you first before you start doing something. Okay, now if you're pregnant, you obviously know what's happening. There's a baby in there. So as you are going through your second and third trimesters, hopefully by that point you know what you can and can't do, what you should and shouldn't do. There are moves in quarter force in terms of supine and prone positions on your back and stomach. So you have to modify accordingly on that. But absolutely, but the great thing is the stand-up aspect of it and rotational movements. Everybody, women that are pregnant should be doing some sort of strength training in terms of core musculature. So that is good stuff. And Jericho and I are going to work on this whenever we get a chance, which is in the near future. We have talked about this at length, and we really want to do it. And Jericho being a newer mom herself, Bex is just over a year old. We want to make sure we provide a lot of options. So we're going to hopefully come out with a pregnancy modification list in the near future. We're working on that. And then in post-pregnancy, there's been questions about post-pregnancy and postpartum and diastasis and things like that. Again, get the clearance and tell your doctor, not just hey, my doctor says I can exercise. Tell your doctor what type of exercise you want to do. Well, core rotational movements, things like that. Once they say okay, then again, listen to your body and start slow and progress from there. I talked about the modifier already. Jessica, how was the concept of this workout formulated? So kind of touched on a little bit. So specifically, the conversation started with Carl and the team, in November, December of 2014. Yeah, 2014. So that's when the conversations actually kind of started. And then we, started having meetings and just discussions about what Beachbody was looking for in terms of their library. And then it was pretty much once we established what Beachbody wanted for their library, it was kind of those things where they said, okay, go forth and do your thing. So that's when Jericho and I got to work, and she was still pregnant at the time even. So this is before Bex was born. And we sat, she and her husband lived down in Orange County at the time. And I went down there and for a couple of weeks, slept on their couch, and we had pieces of 3M paper all up around the apartment. And that's where the concept was born. We just said, okay, what do we want this program to be? There was no name for it yet. We had some ideas of the name, obviously, but we knew what we wanted. We knew what we wanted to accomplish with it in terms of what it's going to do to you physically and what it's going to do to you in terms of empowerment and confidence, and really bring that level of, I'm a badass. We wanted the badass feeling with it. So that's really how the whole concept came about. Then we started working on prod dev after Jericho had Bex, and gave her a few months off, and then we got to work on it. And it really, I don't think it really didn't change from our basic concept. The skeleton, the DNA of this program is exactly what we wanted and what we hoped for, and we tweak things, and ta-da! There you go. You have a program coming out in a couple weeks. Do I recommend using supplements? All the supplements with this workout, what do I think would help with most? I'm assuming we're talking Shakeology, or more specifically Beachbody Performance. Shakeology, duh, there you go. And then the great thing about the eating plan actually is in the plan you basically get put into one of 4 different plans, plan A through D. And it's on a sliding scale. You have 200 sliding scale calories in each plan. So it makes it very, very simple to just add your Shakeology without having to be give up food for your Shakeology. So that's cool, right? You're welcome, maybe. Besides the barbecue chicken pizza recipe, which I got in there. That one's my favorite. And in terms of the Beachbody Performance stack and all the good stuff that they have, the 3 main ones that work for this program are the Energize, Recover, and Recharge. Hydrate. Hydrate's designed for longer duration workouts, typically 45 minutes or longer. And in quarter force, your workouts range from 25 up to a little over 45 minutes. There's only a couple instances where you're going to be going close to that or longer. So you don't really need it on those days. It's up to you if you want it, but it's not necessary. But, Energize, if you love the face tingle, then go for it. And, Recover is awesome, and Recharge is going to really help you, especially the first few weeks, as your body is going to hate us because we're going to make you do fun stuff. And no, they do not count against your calories. Beachbody Performance subs are freebies. Yay! Let's see. Average results from the test group, phenomenal. I think that's like it's just I don't know. I can't. It really look. It really goes back again to the whole total body transformation thing, and this isn't a weight loss program. So if you guys are expecting to just see massive amounts of weight loss, my advice to you is don't get on the scale ever. Like, burn it, throw it away, toss it out the window. Screw the scale. It lies. Scale's a liar, you guys. Your pants, your jeans don't lie. And then, when you take your clothes off, the mirror doesn't lie either. So that's what I've always said. It's like, so there's two things that are important here. How you look when you have your clothes on and how you look when you take your clothes off. That's what counts, not the scale. The weight fluctuates. It's a liar, and it'll just make you depressed. So in terms of the average of results, and look, we had some bigger people. Glenn was almost over 300 pounds in our original test group, and yeah, he did lose like almost 60 pounds, and actually went on after the 90 days, and we took him through 2 more rounds. So he did a total of 150 days, 150 days, and lost like 70 pounds. So like he's, as a bigger person, you're gonna lose pounds, but if you're just looking like for the last little bit or whatever, you're not going to see it in the weight loss. So we had one girl that lost 5 pounds in 30 days, but went from a size 10 to a size 4. So you tell me what is more important there, right? Is it the 5 pounds or is it losing 6 pant sizes? You tell me. So
I had the same experience happen with the hammer and chisel. I lost like 14 inches in the test group, but only like 3 pounds or something. Like my entire body shrunk, but the scale didn't move. And I was like, I didn't get good results until I saw it. And I was like, what am I doing? It's so much more important to get the full transformation. Sorry to unmute and jump.
No, thank you for saying it. And look, it really does. It really is the point. So thank you so much for adding on to that, because look, you guys, and you've only seen a sneak peek, so I know you have to trust me on this one. You have to just pretty much take my word for it. But you are going to get some amazing strength and muscle results from this program. You really, really will, because you're going to do so much in terms of body weight resistance workout. And that, again, you've only seen we run the whole gamut. Thank you, of the MMA world. So you're going to see a whole lot of stuff involved in it. It's going to be really cool. So everyone, scale through the window, throw it away. All right. Where did most people see the gains for this program? Look, it's everywhere. It's a total body transformation. So people's arms are like, holy crap, muscles, and your core is just getting shredded out. It's everything. It's going to be great. It's really fun. I like it. Let me see. I read somewhere that you were able to do combat even with herniated discs. So I'm assuming they're talking to me on that about herniated discs. So I actually do have 2 herniated discs in my back, L4, L5, and L5S1. L5S1 is actually partially, I believe they call it a sequestered fragment, which pinches my sciatic nerve on my right side. And this also comes back from back when I was younger, and I wanted to see how much weight I could lift over my head. CrossFit, and it was not a good idea. So 2 herniated discs later. So I have to be very cognizant of what I do. I never had surgery because that scares the crap out of me. I don't want to do back surgery. And yes, I did teach when I was a group exercise instructor. I taught the Les Mills programs with it. And look, I had my flare-ups it was usually probably like maybe 2-3 times a year. I would do something and not do it right and tweak it. And it sucked. It really sucked. And then as I was getting older, I'm like, dude, this is not fun for me anymore. I need to do something that isn't going to, otherwise I have to have back surgery. I'm like, well, I don't, what are my options? Back surgery or do something else? And so when it comes to core to force, and this is what really goes back to, like in terms of it not being on the beat and getting to work at your own level and your own pace, is where we started with this program. I progressed the exact same way that you guys all will when you did the program. As we designed the workouts and the combinations and the strength train, I progressed the exact same way. And even though, yes, I was fit, but I was on different types of fit because I had taken a break from teaching classes and went up, was back in the weight room like Arnold Schwarzenegger days, throwing heavy weights around. So my conditioning sucked. And I also was still having my back flare-ups. And so going through this program, getting my body shredded down and toned and strengthened, and that's what this program does, is strengthen. You start at those little tiny muscles, your local core stabilizers right next to your spine. They go all the way down your spine, and it works outward. And to the point now where I'm not blowing smoke, I haven't had a flare-up since I've been doing this. Like, honest to God, not once, knock on wood. And also make myself not do stupid stuff anymore too. But it really comes down to, it's the core strength. That's what holds this thing together, right? Like your spine, look, your spine is there so you can move your muscles. They're just levers pretty much. And they keep you from, they keep structure in your body. And then you got to have the muscles all around it though. And you got to strengthen those muscles. So that's what it's about. And the discs, yeah, it sucks. But the reason discs get blown and you get tendonitis in your elbow and all this stuff is simply because you're making your body work harder than it should. And it's not strong enough to keep up with you. So slow down and do something that it will complement your body and complement your muscles. Like core to force. See how that, like a full circle on that one? But it is great. I mean, like to have the core strength is absolutely phenomenal all the way around. I feel awesome. So I'm not getting any younger. So it's definitely not an age thing. So I can tell you that. All right. Live search for core to force is coming next year, sometime between January and December of next year. So there you go. So there's that to look forward to. Let's see. As a former athlete, I know a lot of male athletes, and when I talk to them about Shakeology, they don't want to use it because they see it as only for weight loss. I know it's much more than that. I would love to know how you share about Shakeology in the performance line. So I'll tell you this. If somebody's already working out and they're already in shape and they're already athletes, I'm not going to waste my time with them. If they don't want to listen, if they don't want to hear me, if they say, well, it's just for weight loss, I'll be like, great, you're wrong. Talk to you later. Bye. 260 million people, guys, in the United States. There's enough people to talk to. There's enough people to go around. Stop wasting your time on people that don't want to hear it. Don't try to convince an athlete that they should stop working out in the gym and do a home workout. It ain't going to happen, right? Like, that's completely up to them. They have to be up to them. But let's go after the people that are already at home sitting on their ass. So that's pretty much what I would say to that question. Now, look, if I talk to somebody, if they ask me about Shakeology, I tell them what Shakeology is, in terms of the dense nutrition and all the different ingredients. But you know what? Like, unless people actually try it for themselves, you guys, it doesn't matter how many ingredients are in Shakeology. That just, to someone who's not drinking, that just means it's more expensive. That's it. It doesn't tell them anything else. They're like, well, okay, I'm just going to go to Costco and get the cheap shit because it's the same stuff. It's not. We know that, but when you're in this world and you're talking to people, it really goes back to something I used to train employees at the gyms on was the level of customer service. You guys are in the customer service world. You really are. You're in the fitness world, but it's customer service because you're talking to customers, right? You're trying to create customers. And what I've always said about, and we've heard probably heard the term, customer's always right, which is not true, but it's about perception. Perception is reality. And in customer service, the customer's perception has to be your reality, has to be yours. Whether it's true or not, it has to be yours. You have to address their perception and not simply tell them, well, you're wrong, because then human nature is like, well, you're wrong. I'm like, well, screw you. I don't want to talk to you anymore anyway, right? So you got to address the perceptions of it and say, okay, cool. So tell me what you've heard about Shakeology. Oh, okay, it's just a protein powder. Okay, great. I'm going to tell you why it's not a protein powder, right? Not about the price or anything like that. I'm just going to say, and not like, hey, it has 70, however many, I don't even know how many ingredients it has now. They keep changing it. They keep adding stuff to it, I think, until Darren to slow down. I can't keep up with it. But it has 70 ingredients. Great. What does that mean? Like, there's all these different things to really talk to people about, but you also just have to remember, who are you talking to and who are you trying to talk to? So I know it's not like the best answer to that question, but it's the only answer I can give you because that's how I would do it. And I guess really the summation of that is just don't waste your time, guys, on people that don't want to listen or don't want to do this. Like, there's so many people out there that really are looking for help. Those are the people we should be talking to. So there you go. Hope that helped. I hope that helps a little bit. As someone who enjoys lifting, what kind of gains can I expect to see from this workout program? Are you going to gain or lose muscle? We kind of went over this a minute ago, but I promise you, you are not going to lose a muscle. You are going to gain strength in some very cool and fun ways. And this, look, take this from me. I love weights. I still go into the weight room and lift, whenever I can, 3 to 4 times a week. But if I can't, like when I'm on vacation and stuff like that, I actually will do a couple of the workouts that we design in Core to Force are specifically strength training, body weight based strength training. So, and they're phenomenal. They really are. Like, it doesn't matter how strong I think I get. I go back and do one of those workouts. I'm like, ooh, crap, that was hard. So it is constantly challenging. As this whole program is, program actually gets harder as you get fitter, because you get more out of it. You start to get more rotation. You start to get more strength. You can go progressions. You lose some of the modifications. Like, so you guys are going to see as you do this, you're going to get, like, it's going to increase in intensity because of you, not because of the program. Program does not increase intensity. We just add a couple of things here and there. It's your intensity that is going to increase. So that's cool. But yeah, in terms of strength training, promise you, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. Now, look, we're also talking about different types of muscle fibers in the world of weightlifting. So, don't expect to get big bulging biceps in this program. If you're looking for that, you got to lift weights. You have to have resistance training with that regard. But in terms of, if you want to see strength increase and some muscle definition, definitely 100% we'll get that with Core to Force. What are my thoughts on marketing to women in particular? I've had babies. Will this help me lose that lower belly? Yes, it will. The answer to the question is yes, it will. So, look, marketing to women, it can be challenging. I think what's great about this program is the fact that it really brings in the badass feel and empowerment with it. And for those of you guys that did the sneak peek, hopefully you got that feeling too, like where you did the 25 minutes, and at the end of 25 minutes, you're like, yeah, cool. Like, this is awesome. Right. And if you feel that, then you know that you can go and talk to women the same way, right? Like, cause like as a woman, you should be able to relate to women about that. So I can't relate to women like that, but I can definitely tell them, you'll feel this way, or you should feel this way. So for the ladies on the call, which I think it's all ladies, story of my life. Nope. There might be a guy. Nope. No guys. No guys. There you go. Story of my life. There we go. You get more guys in Beachbody, man. Jeez Louise. So ladies, this should be really easy for you in terms of marketing this product, because you're a lady. You're a woman. You can relate to women and say how this program made you feel. And look, share your doubts beforehand. Like, hey, before I started this, the first sneak peek, if you were doubtful, I was like, or you're like, I was wondering if it was going to make me feel this way, or I wasn't sure, or any of this stuff. Like, share your doubts. Share, I tell people is you guys, like coaches, you guys are so great about doing videos and going Facebook Live and social media. Like, you guys are so good at this. But a lot of people tend to just share, like, what it's done for you at the end. Like, hey, I lost 30 pounds in this program. Don't show that. Like, show the video of you the first day you did this program and how silly you looked. Like, that's the stuff that people are going to relate to, right? Because they don't want to see how badass you are now, because, people are selfish. We want to know what's in it for me. That's marketing, advertising 101. What's in it for me? What am I going to get out of this? Why should I do this? So if you show the beginning of it, they're like, oh, okay, so they started out in the same spot that I did. That's relatability. That's how people are going to look at you and relate to you and say, okay, they started exactly where I am. So that type of marketing, that's how you should be marketing stuff that you're talking about, like your doubts, and where you started. And that's, I know you guys hear that, like a sharing your story, but of doing that just so you can relate to somebody, and then really honing on that person and finding out what their story is, right? As I said before, I used to tell us when I train employees at the gyms on how to sell memberships, you got to become an expert in this person. That's what you got to do. You have to become an absolute expert in the person you're talking to. So then when it comes into the programming aspect of it, the program of their life, how you can help them. It's not just a matter of like, hey, you should drink Shakeology, and you should do Core to Force, and you should do proteins, and you should do this. It's actually saying, like, what is it that we need to change about their life that will make a difference? So that's a big stepping stone. This program will help them with that, in terms of just getting them moving. So again, long answer to the question. Sorry. So let's see. Can I answer that? How will the workouts be formatted? I don't know what that question is asking in terms of maybe just time. So, time, it's a 30-day program. Workouts are 25 to up to about 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, depends on the workout calendar. That's it. I'm not sure how to answer that. So sorry. Whoever wrote that question can ask me, can clarify if they want to.
Yeah, I wrote it. Okay, so I know the sneak peek one, it was like a minute on, we're doing this move, and then you do 30 seconds of like, what'd you call it? The fire power burnout move. And then it was a minute on. So my question was like, with the workouts, are they all structured that way, or is it like is it the same tempo, or is it each one different? Is it? Does that?
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you now. Okay, I understand now. Thank you. So the MMA speed that you did is the MMA style, is the MMA workout. There are 4 of those in the base kit. You do 4 MMA workouts, and they progress from 6 rounds all the way up to 12, 6, 9, 12. You got 6, 9, and then 2 12s. The way it changes on the workout calendar, though, because we talked about all the other different workouts that you do have on this. You're going to be doing strength train, body weight resistance train. You're going to be doing plyometric movements, but in the fitness-related world. So it's relatively low impact, which is yay for your joints. And so the formatting changes a little bit, but you do stick with the 3-minute round structure. So that 3-minute round structure does stay constant, but we do change you up a little bit in terms of how we design it. So, and that's the best I can explain it without giving too much away. Gotta have some secrets there. So surprises for you guys.
That's good. I was just kind of wondering, like, what people will expect going into it. So
a butt whooping.
Yeah, I'm sore. I did it yesterday. The sneak peek. I'm sore. Nice. My shoulders, my legs.
But in a fun way though, right? Like, I throw a bunch of bad jokes in there, trying to keep you guys entertained a little bit.
I smiled the entire time and cussed at you once.
Yes, I love when I get cussed at. I encourage it. Cuss at me and Jericho all you want, because we're gonna make you work. We're gonna make you work for it. So let me see. I think I answered all the questions. Okay, so Chelsea, I did answer all the questions on the paper that you sent me. You asked me a question. What workout is my favorite? There are. I mean, I love all of them. We like Jericho and I wrote all of them. Like, it's like you have 2 kids. Like, which one's your favorite? The first one. I don't know. So. I think in terms of the workouts, like, and you guys will see them, I think the 2 that are really, like, that I absolutely love, I always get excited when we do them, is the 9 round, the MMA 9-rounder, because it is very Muay Thai focused, and I absolutely love training Muay Thai because boxing and American kickboxing, you're usually just using your arms and legs, but Muay Thai kickboxing brings in points, so you get to use all 8 points, so you get to bring in elbows and knees, and I absolutely love elbow strikes. So that's one of my favorites. And then you guys are going to think I'm crazy when you actually finally do the workout, but I love the plyometric workout. It is awesome. And it's not the plyo that you think you're used to, guys. I promise you, like, there's no burpees in this program, and there's no crunches in this program. Like, we bring you through a world, like I said, the gamut of mixed martial arts, and some of the most fun I ever had when we were even getting ready for this and doing some research was I went back into the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world and got my face smashed into the mat for you guys and everybody else, so we could put some cool stuff together. But I loved it. I had so much fun. So we really had a good time putting those workouts together. So those are probably 2 of my favorites, but they're all great.
Awesome. Thank you. I do have one more question, and then we have a little bit more time. So if people thought of some, I will kind of open it up if that's okay with you. I think a lot of the coaches on our team struggle with selling the benefit of the deluxe workouts instead of just the base. And so I would love to get your opinion on the deluxe workouts, who you think would be most beneficial for, and just kind of your thought process on helping our people to, if they're going to be beneficial for everyone or certain types of people are going to benefit from them more. What are your thoughts on
Yeah, hey, great question. So the deluxe kit, I'll tell you what comes in the deluxe kit first, if anybody doesn't know. So the deluxe kit comes with 3 additional workouts. There is we call it MMA, pretty much a lower body blast workout, and then 2 workouts, and we specifically designed these to use the Beachbody agility ladder. So, and again, going into the world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and some really fun ground stuff, we use the agility ladder, and this actually will also make you work on your form and technique as well. So, and you do get the ladder in the deluxe kit, as well as the portion fix containers. So you get 3 workouts and the ladder and the portion fix containers in the deluxe. So, and I'm not sure what the upsell price on this. I don't think it's crazy. So I think it comes down to, look, if this is somebody who has not worked out or is massively deconditioned, I'm not going to try to sell them the deluxe kit. I'm not at that time. There's just no reason for it. That's where I really come into. I was telling you guys, keeping it simple, and that's why base kit is no equipment, and that's why the program, except for the 2 workouts we designed for the ladder, is no equipment whatsoever. Like, don't use gloves. Don't put gloves on. Don't put weighted gloves on. Don't put ankle weights on. Like, don't do anything that you think is going to enhance this program, because it doesn't. It actually does the opposite. So for somebody who needs to work out, and I'm just going to get them moving, right? And the base kit will just get them moving. That's awesome. The deluxe kit is going to be great for people who maybe feel a little bit more at the intermediate level in terms of their fitness. If they're ready for a challenge, if they think that they want to take it up a notch, then those workouts are very easily interchangeable into the workout calendar. So it's not a guessing game. We actually say, if you have the deluxe kit, you can do this workout or you can do this workout. So it's very, very simple in that regard. I think it really just comes down to, and then like I said, it only will enhance the rest of your workouts, because we make you work on your form and technique while still kicking your butt. So it's a great little hand-in-hand trade-off there, and it really just comes down, I think, if people want to get like a full experience and run the whole my favorite word of the night, gamut now, of everything that Quarter Force has to offer, then absolutely the deluxe kit, they should get the deluxe kit, because then they'll see truly everything that we did. There's a lot of content, man. There's so much. And if they do the BOD unlock, they get 2 more workouts on top of that. So, and we progress those. Those are actually, we call those 2.0s. So those are based on 2 of the MMA workouts that are the base kit. We made the 2.0 version, which is the same structure, but brings it up a notch for sure. Let's see. Quick. So I have somebody asking if it's going to be on BOD. Absolutely. I think it's available the same day on the 31st, so you can do the BOD unlock. And if you do the BOD unlock, that's when you get the 2 additional workouts, which I've been telling people, you guys as coaches, if you're talking to people right now and you've got a sneak peek coming up on Monday, is a great opportunity to get people on the free 30 days trial of Beachbody On Demand, because then they'll get to see the sneak peek. So that's a nice little perk if you do it that way. Excuse me. Mary, how long have I been doing martial arts? I have been in the martial art world, I don't know, like 10 years-ish, give or take a few. Some of the, I'm lucky I remember what I had for breakfast yesterday morning sometimes. I'm sure we can all relate to that. But yeah, off and on, been doing a lot of different martial art training, and it was never, but it's always been, for me, it's always been the fitness side of it. I just love the the fitness benefits of it. I once thought I was going to start training and like sparring and things like that. And then I took the first shot to the head. I was like, screw this. That hurt. It doesn't feel good to get punched or kicked in the head. So I'm good. So, but I love the fitness benefits of it. So that's why I do it. Plus my wife says now I'm too pretty to get hit in the face, and she won't want to be married to me if I get ugly. So there's that. So that's a good perk, or a good reason to not get hit in the face. But yeah, and I'm not like by any means an expert in any of the martial arts. I don't have any belts or anything like that. I just love to dabble in it. But my passion in the martial art world is boxing and kickboxing. So that's what I do at least 3 times a week, is still box and kickbox. It's fun. And you never graduate from it either. It's awesome. Thanks, Holly, for agreeing with my wife. Any other questions? Anything else? I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry, guys. You gotta ask me now. I'm gonna leave. I gotta watch the Dodgers. Dodgers are playing tonight. Woo-woo. LA.
And they're winning. Boo.
Oh, they're winning. That's awesome. Neener to all you other fans of the Cubs. I say that now. Now watch, we're gonna lose just because I said that. Go Jays. I don't think are the Jays in the finals? I don't think so. Oh, they are? Oh, cool. And then the other side. They're the other. Okay, yeah. There we go.
Okay, anyone else have any questions before we let him go and eat and watch the game and all that fun stuff?
And I got to pack. I leave in the morning for leadership, for God's sake. I haven't packed yet, so.
Hopefully the challenge at leadership this year is as epic for you guys as it was last year, the beach one. That was awesome.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
The spinny thing that annihilated all.
Relay, yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was like real road rules.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what they're doing. We just show. I mean, we just show up and we're moral support for the challenge, obviously. And our job is just to go around and motivate. So, but we are excited because 400 Core de Force kits are going out at leadership. So we're super excited about that. We autographed every single one, so our hand hurt for a week. And then even more exciting, I know it's kind of been laying low, but I'll let the secret out. You guys ready? Core de Force apparel is also launching at leadership, so that will go website live in November. Yay! And it's there's not one because somebody asked me well, is the apparel cool? If you guys have seen Jericho, she's got style, dude. And there is not one aspect of this program that we were not involved in terms of design. And the apparel is the exact same. So you can bet that the girls, which I'm talking to, it's all you. So there's no guys here. Never mind. So for ladies, you got some cool stuff. And then for the guys who aren't on here, there's also some pretty cool guy stuff too. It's based out of, so this is all based out of our own wardrobe. Like what's in my closet right now, what do I wear and what do I love? So we've got some stuff, and I think even some of this guy stuff you guys will probably wear. Like the comfy sweat shorts and the brawler hoodie. You guys are gonna want it. I think you're gonna like it. So it says brawler on the front. Come on, how cool is that, right? So makes you feel cool.
Awesome.
But let me see what else. So. If anybody's in leadership, there you go. October 24th is the next sneak peek, right? And I think I said at the beginning, right? Did I say what we were doing with that? Okay. Too many calls tonight. Sorry, guys. It's been like 3 hours of nonstop talking. But Big Brothers Big Sisters, I'm so excited about that. Then the week after, we're going 8 cities in 3 days. Jericho and I are hopping on the jet, and we were going to be bringing Core de Force workouts to literally, not exaggerate, 8 cities in 3 days. So we start on Friday, the 28th, I think, and we're going to be hitting, let's see, Birmingham. I got to do my finger on the map. Birmingham, Orlando, New York, Chicago, Indianapolis, Dallas, Portland, San Diego, in 3 days. And then, yes, Jared, we're going Philly in November. So we're going to be we're going to be everywhere. So there's that. And then, as always, social media, Joel Freeman Fitness on Instagram and Facebook, Jericho Matthews on her channels. And look, we're here for you guys. Jen says, my poor wife. Look, my wife is going to leadership with me. She's coming down to leadership. I leave tomorrow. She's coming on Thursday. And for between Thursday and Sunday, she's going to be living up in the suite and at the pool. Yeah, poor her. Like, that's what she always does. Like, on the cruise, I'm like, babe, are you okay? You want to come on the cruise? And, they give us the biggest room. And then she's like, yeah, I'm just going to go work out. I'll be at the pool. I'm, working the whole time. So, yeah, poor Brienne. She's really, she's hating it. So, but anyway, you guys, so thank you so much for having me on and, for all your questions and all your passion and what you guys do, because, it's just Jericho and I, but, it's you guys that are going to go out and really be talking to people about the program. So right now, preemptive, massive thank you. And, we're here for you guys. So anything you need, Chelsea reached out to me and I was like, hell yeah, obviously here for you. And anytime you guys need something, not all at once, because I can't keep up with all my messages, but, look, was in marketing for a long time, so I got all my little tricks, and I see all the hashtags that come through with Core de Force and Fight for It. So I'm looking at what you guys are doing. I'm watching it. I'm checking it out. I'm liking it and seeing what's happening. So mwah, is what I say to you guys.
Thank you so much. Go watch your game. We appreciate you being on. You were awesome. Thanks, Joel.
Have a great night.
Thank you guys for being on. Have a great night. I hope you guys learned a lot and you have an action plan you're ready to implement to kick off Core de Force the right way. We're ending 4 minutes early, so if you don't, go do some brainstorming. Thank you so much, you guys, for being on.